Okay, let us differentiate today what is a conductor and what is a bad conductor, what is a good conductor, and above this, what is a semiconductor. Okay, what are conductors basically? If somebody is asking you what is a conductor, you can say conductor is a material. It is a material which allows passage of current. Now let me tell you, if a material is allowing the passage of current, it is a conductor. Example, you have seen all metals are good conductors, right? All metals are good conductors. Even human body is a good conductor. Human body is a good conductor. That means it also allows, that's why we feel a shock. We can take some more example like NaCl, that is a salt plus water solution, right? This is also a good conductor. So conductor means a material which allows a passage of current, like in case of metals, human body, NaCl plus water solution. Okay, on the other hand, what is an insulator? What is an insulator? So what is an insulator? It is another set of materials which do not allow passage of current. Let us give me some example. Do you have any examples? Like, let us go through some examples like wood, right? All the plastics around you, right? Any piece of wood, plastics around you, you will be surprised with this distilled water, right? And one more example which is very important to note, it is NaCl crystal. So all the salt, they do not conduct by themselves. They only conduct when they are in the molten state or they are in what is a good conductor state. Basically, conductors which can allow passage of current is called a good conductor. Means they may be conductors which may be very good conductors like silver. Silver is a metal which allows maximum current as compared to that of copper, right? And then comes aluminium and so on, right? Aluminium and so on. So etc. So good conductors means which has less resistance to flow of current. What is a bad conductor? So all the insulators are bad conductors. So we don't have to specifically define this. All insulators are put under this category. I hope you understand this definition. What is it called? Semiconductor. So we will focus more in details about semiconductors. So what is semiconductor? It is a conductor or a material which lies between a bad conductor and a good conductor. That means semiconductor is a device which behaves somewhere in between good and bad. So basically it is not a conductor by itself. So it allows the passage of current at a given physical condition. Right? That means the conductivity of a semiconductor lies between a good conductor and a bad conductor. That means it cannot function as a good conductor, but it is not a bad conductor as well. I hope you understand at least this difference between what is a good conductor and what is a bad conductor and what is a semiconductor. Okay, when we say a good conductor, now coming to the basics of this good conductor, we know that there are free surface electrons which help in passage of electrical energy, right? This is why it is called good conductor, because it has free surface electrons. Now how do we show this on a graph? Now if you want to show this on a graph, you will have the energy which is going in the y-axis and you can put the layout. This is basically layout of the valence electrons. Now the valence electrons are somewhere here, right? This is called the valence band. Valence band is the band of it's a band of collection of all the electrons lying in the valence shell. So this is basically a valence shell, and there is a conduction band. In case of conductors, the conduction band merely overlaps. So this portion is called conduction band. Right? This portion is called conduction band. So that means those electrons which are there in the valence shell, some of them are already there in the conduction band. Right? That's why they are good conductors, because they are already available for the process of passes of electricity. I hope you understand what is a good conductor. In case of insulators, which I just mentioned, insulators or back conductors, the valence band and the conduction band are actually separated by a gap. Now this gap, this is called the valence band, this is called the this is called the conduction band, this is called the valence band. So the electrons here are incapable of jumping from here to conduction band. Now this gap is called the forbidden energy gap. So what is forbidden energy gap? Where electrons are not allowed to occupy the space. This is how we interpret this, and the electrons should be able to reach the conduction band to conduct. Since they are unable to do, even on application of heat, the heat will burn the material before the valence electrons jump to the conduction band. Hence, they are semiconductors. I hope this is very clear. So in semiconductors, it lies between good and bad conductors. This means the forbidden energy gap. The forbidden energy gap is between insulators, right, and conductors. I hope this part is clear. So how do we draw this? So if this is your valence band, this is your conduction band, and this forbidden energy gap is somewhere, say for example 0.3 or 0.7 for some of the electron volts of some of the semiconductor material. So example of semiconductor material is silicon, germanium, and there are various compounds also. We'll come to that later. I hope you understand this difference between conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Thank you very much for watching this video. Shabbat.